Salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button as you come on in, man. Hit that like button as you come on in. We gotta talk about it, man. Drum Boots Ennis did what we expected him to do tonight. He did it in dramatic and emphatic fashion. Smoked Uisma. And right, we finally get to hear his name. It's Uisma Lima. So for the grammar police out there, how in the hell am I supposed to know that a dude that name start with a U come out with a we? Anyways, Drum Boots and smokes Uisma Lima in the first round, man. I mean, we got to talk about it, even though there's not too much to really talk about, other than the fact that the intro to the fight was longer than the whole fight itself. National anthems, and you would have thought this was a blockbuster, super mega fight. The way they was. Salute to everybody in the building. I don't know what could we take away from the fight, what we saw tonight. I don't know what we could take away. I mean, there's nothing to. Oh, shit, he ran the guy right out of the ring. He moved up in weight, and he crushed a guy that we expected him to crush. I mean, Jaron Ennis, if he was a betting man, was a minus 2,500 favorite. 2,500 favorite. So, yeah, and it showed. Regardless of the weight class, it showed. Uisma looked as stiff as a board, like I said. He looked like he had no balance, and Jerome Ennis just crushed him easily. I mean, it's not too much we could take away from it. There's nothing, absolutely nothing, other than Jerome Ennis looked strong at 154 pounds. You said, what did he work on? I mean, Jerome Ennis he needs to be trying to fight again like next week. I mean, Lima was terrible. You said he was bigger than that Portuguese cat? He did look bigger than him, didn't he? When they was in the ring, he looked at Boots looked at bigger than dude. For sure. He definitely looked at bigger than him. He definitely looked at bigger than Lima. But really it was a flurry that put Lima down. And like Sergio Mora said, it was really just it was nothing really technical about it other than who had the better chin. And Drumble Ennis was just getting the better of those little exchanges, and Lima just couldn't deal with his power. And Lima couldn't deal with Boo's power. There's literally nothing we could take away from this fight, man. That's what I'm just kind of like. I was hoping to at least get like 4 rounds. You know what I'm saying? At least like 4 rounds. But he did what he was supposed to do tonight. He came out there and crushed the dude that didn't belong in there. Ran right out of the ring. Now we're going to see if guys at 154 is still eager to get in the ring with Jaron Boots Ennis, whether they thought highly of Uisma Lima or not. Will they be willing to hop in there with Boots? I'm not quite sure what he said in the post fight because I had to get this set up. So if you guys know what he said in the post fight, leave it in the chat. You said Lima threw 3 punches and hit him with all three. You said they already saying Bud Duck and Boots. Why are they saying this? Why are they saying this? Why are we saying this, man? Okay, we got the comments on the stage now. There we go. He said TikTok gunshot. I thought Lima was a bigger puncher than that too. Lima was a man. He was a bum, man. He was a bum. He was a bum. And y'all know I don't like calling guys bum, but he looked like a bum in there. John Buddha's in it. They need to stop this. You know what I'm saying? There's no more of this. No more of it. You know what I'm saying? There's no more. Because the event itself was over promoted. You know what I'm saying? That long intro, the Undertaker stuff, the national anthems. It's like, oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Give us give us all that right? When he's fighting somebody like Virgil, man. Let's not do this with no Limas or nothing like that again. Let's not do that again. Let's not do this again. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to see Lima again either. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him again. And I don't want to see John Ennis fighting opponents like that again, ever again. There's no more of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he did what he's supposed to do. Okay, cool. Let's see what else in the let's see what's next. Because we didn't rate Lima high. There's a few guys saying Lima was a real dude and all that, but man, nah. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't, dog. He wasn't no real dude, bro. Head looking, just looking stiff up in there and shit. Nah, he wasn't. Nah, he wasn't a real guy, bro. You said Lima was a bum. You said Lima fought two people with 60 plus losses. Holy smokes. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button, man. We really just getting started. Smash that like button, man. Boxing's about to get back rolling again, even though Fundora's out of the fight with Keith Thurman. He said he fought this guy because he had a belt. Man, what belt? The IBO belt? I mean, come on, man. My regular belt from Walmart got more credit than, come on, man. More holds more weight than that. Like, man, nah, man. Nah, bro. A Walmart belt is like, man, nah, man. I'm sorry. You said 11. Wait, you said 11 and 61 and 8 and 63. What? Bro, salute to everybody in the building, man. Y'all smash the like button. Bust, Go Stop Canelo says 11 and 61 and 8 and 63. See, I didn't know Lima fought opponents that had those records, bro. But what did I tell y'all about Eddie Hearn? He knows how to find these guys. I've never in my boxing life heard of Uisma Lima. I never heard of this dude. Ever. Where did he come from? I never heard of this guy. Eddie Hearn sure knows how to find them. And he magically made this a big event out there in Philadelphia. I'd have been kind of upset though if I was out there. I'd have been mad. I'm like, damn, man, this shit was quick as hell. Like, damn, we waited all night for this. Like, shit, man, this dude was a bum. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Boots in there fighting these guys ever again. We must stop this. I really want to get a kid credit because y'all know how I am, but it's hard when it's like, nah, man, that event should have been. Y'all should have hurried up that shit right up. Everything should have been quick because we already knew the fight was gonna be quick. Dude didn't last a minute. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. I don't care if he's in the higher weight class, bro. Like, nah, man. No tune-ups, bro. No more tune-ups, dog. Boxing fans, this didn't do nothing. This didn't do nothing. Boxing Twitter is probably talking shit because this didn't do nothing. It was a nice, KO, whatever, stop it. It was just a barrage of punches, really. But this did nothing for nobody. This did nothing for nobody. I don't know how good Boots really is at 54 still. I still really don't know. Lima didn't do nothing. It was almost just as bad as Castillo Clayton. Except Castillo Clayton actually just laid down. Yeah, how about Boots fight Thurman? Yeah, turn right back around and fight Thurman. You say he just beat a civilian. Oh my God. Yeah, it was over real fast, Marvin Terrell. Real fast, man. Real fast. Damn, man. Shit. I want at least 4 rounds, man. At least 4 rounds. That way we can kind of have something to talk about. Yeah, his jab looked strong. His jab did look good. He came out firing right away. You know what I'm saying? He came out firing right away. But there's not much I could really take away from the fight, man. I need to see him fight somebody else. I need to see him in with Virgil, I guess. You said the Clayton fight was disgusting. Well, man, yeah, man, that fight was terrible. You said Charlo and Baccarin was called out, so he called out both of them, huh? Yeah, I would like to see Boots and Baccarin. I think that fight needs to happen next. Boots and Baccarin. I think Boots needs to go after Baccarin or whoever he just called out. He needs to go ahead and bum rush. I mean, I'm seeing that dude reading his comment. Lima didn't do nothing. You said Twitter's still bashing him. I already know they is. I already know they is, bro. I already know. Because nobody, I mean, Eddie, like I told you, it was all Eddie Hearn, man. He knows how to really like he finds these guys and he has to find a way to sell this fight, promote this thing, tell everybody that Jaron Boots Ennis is the best fighter in boxing, tell it to everybody that Jaron Boots Ennis could beat Terrence Crawford. Tell everybody that Lima's a real tough, strong opponent. You know, he's a road warrior and all this stuff. You know, they did this thing to promote this fight, but in reality, Lima was a. I mean, come on, man. Lima, you so you mean tell me you put in all that work? You did all that work for nothing for that? You know what I'm saying? We seen Karen Kukuchan do much better. Like okay, I don't know if Karen Kukuchan won tonight. By the way, I wonder if he did. If somebody know what happened with Kukuchan, leave it in the chat. You said does he beat Mijimov? I don't know. That should be an interesting fight. That's a real test. Mijimov is one of the best dudes in the weight class. So that's a test for Boost. That's actually a test. This wasn't a test at all. You know, this was a tune-up. You know what I'm saying? This literally was a tune-up showcase. You said Kukuchan looked it good? I'm gonna have to check him out. You said you could beat Lima. That's what it looked like, ain't it? You said this wasn't even a tune-up. Nah, this wasn't, bro. I don't know what it was. It was a beatdown. I mean, dude was just a dude that was in shape. He really didn't even look like a real boxer in there with boots for real. It was that easy and that quick, man. Like shit, there's nothing we could take away from it. There's no way we can measure. We can't because we can't just say based off of this that he could beat Baccarat. We can't say based off of this that he could just beat Virgil right out of the gate. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think he'll beat Virgil, me personally, but we can't just fully say that based off of this. You know what I'm saying? Lima didn't really he didn't really I mean shit, I don't know. Maybe Boots Ennis is a refreshed fighter at 154 pounds. If he does this to Baccarat and all these dudes, then it's like, holy shit, okay. If he does exactly what he did here, maybe not in the first round, but if he just crushing dudes, if he keeps crushing everybody, then it's like okay. But this guy, this opponent right here wasn't good enough. Eddie Hearn, yeah, I'm looking at Eddie Hearn like, what was this? You gotta give me something better than. And then dude only had 14 fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? He only had 15 fucking fights. You know what I'm saying? 32 years old, 31, 32 years old, 15 fights. Drayton's got like damn near 40 fights. You know what I'm saying? Pretty solid amateur career. You know, way more fights. This fight was really just like Eddie Hearn need his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? This dude, even though he was an IBO champion and all that, man, nah, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Lima fought a guy 863. Come on, man. I said I didn't know any of this stuff. If I had known that he fought two dudes that had a losing records of 60 something losses, I would have been. Oh no, I said I didn't know any of that. Lima was a fighter who really was still learning on the job, and ain't really fought nobody, ain't really did nothing. Probably really had no amateur career or nothing. So it's almost like he was. This almost like it was almost like he's getting bullied, like it was bullied and shit. Like this was he was a minus 2,500 favorite. 2,500 Meaning there was literally no chance Ennis was gonna lose this fight. You have a better chance of seeing Jesus Christ riding on a unicorn at midnight than Jaron Ennis losing this fight. That's what that means. You said no, hey, that's what I was thinking too, Basket Rock. No way this was profitable. There is no way. There's no way. Y'all smash the like button, man. We back, man. We back. Oh, Bud knocked Boots out, man. Boots can't be doing all that wild shit. See, he was kind of wild. You know what I'm saying? His onslaught was kind of wild. It was just it's just an onslaught. There's not too much I could take away from it. It was a really good onslaught. He looked strong doing it, and dude couldn't deal with it. You said Eddie ruined his brand even more. Yeah, Eddie was doing too much. This ain't the UK, man. You gotta give us some real opponents, man. Eddie's good at finding bums, man. He needs to give me a bum to beat up on. Give me some money. You know what I'm saying? They go find me some dude from some obscene country somewhere, and I was just going to just beat up on him and get the bag. You know? We go up in there, get up in some shape, and go beat up on somebody, get the bag, man. And let me do it, Eddie. Shit. Eddie shows know how to find these dudes. I can't get mad at Boost because Boost did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But this opponent was just like, come on, man. Like there's nothing we could take away from the fight now. There's nothing we could really like. We can't say Boost could, like there's nothing that happened. Nothing didn't move. His stock didn't go up really or nothing like that. We didn't learn anything new. Um, other than he looked at really strong and fresh at 54. He looked at fresh at 54. But Boots Ennis always looks good in fights. Whether he come in these fights weight training or not, he always come out looking good. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was more so the opponent for me today. I think it was more about the opponent today. Lima was terrible, and I don't ever want to see him again. You know what I'm saying? He was terrible. And I knew the fight was over once I saw where he was training at anyway. I knew it was already over then. Training in Luton, England, bro. UK, you training over there, bro? Oh yeah, it's over, dog. No disrespect, but I already knew it was over once I saw that. That's where you at, dog? Oh, okay. You said Boost stops Virgil. I think Boost stops Virgil too. I think Virgil's team is gonna want to keep Virgil away from Jaron Ennis. See, us as fans, we see it differently because we ain't got to fight this dude or no shit like that. But somebody who's handling their fighter's career, watching this, to be like, nah. They see it differently than how we may see it. So Virgil manager Rick Moranis is really in a frenzy right now. Probably frantic, saying, "Hell no, we ain't fighting Jaron Ennis." You know what I'm saying? Us as fans, we kind of left in a limbo, like, well, we didn't really get much from it. But Virgil's team, you best believe they like, nah. Now Virgil himself may like, I'll fight him because he's just a warrior. Virgil's a fighter. But his team, based off the shit I've seen for the past several months when we talking about Virgil and Boots, they don't want to fight like that. Now, Oscar wants to fight, but Virgil's management, his team, Rick Moranis and them, do not want Virgil anywhere near Jerron Boots in this. And you best believe after seeing this tonight, they don't want him anywhere near it either. Because there's a possibility that the same thing could happen to Virgil. Because Virgil's not moving around like that and nothing like that. He's a better guy than Uisma Lima for sure. But well, who's to say Boots won't be able to do that same thing to him too? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bakaram may be a real tough fight though, because he's kind of unorthodox. He's strong. He's explosive. That's a tough fight, man. Boo's got to be careful with that dude. And Boo's Ennis, he's not the best defensively guy. You know, Boo's Ennis will take a shot. You know what I'm saying? And he gets kind of, he gets kind of wild. Boots gets kind of wild. This was vintage Boots in there. He went in there and he just pretty much blitzed the guy. Dude couldn't deal with nothing. Nah. You said it's not the most marketable? Nah. Because Eddie marketed the shit out of Uisma Lima. And we have no highlights of Uisma Lima knocking out people and putting them on their ass. We have plenty of footage of Bakaram crushing people that he could put together to sell it. The Russian crusher. Well, where is he from? Is he from Russia or something? Oh, you talking about Virgil? Nah, Virgil is a marketable fight. Virgil's the fight. Now Lima is headed right back to the Portugal fight cards. That's exactly where he should have stayed. He wasn't ready for this big stage yet. There's no way in hell Boo should have fought this dude. They should have fought oh boy. He did this to Rashidi Ellis, then that would have kind of told me something. You know what I'm saying? You said they're not gonna fight Boots after that? Yeah, we gonna see. I want to see the energy of the other fighters though, because us fans see it differently. Like I said, there's not much we could take away from the fight, but the other fighters probably see that and they probably like, nah, I don't know if I want to deal with that. But we gonna see. We gonna see how the fighters react. Y'all smash the like button. Hit that like button, man. You say you still at that press, chassis? Look at this dude. He said y'all some cool. Look at this dude. Look at this dude in the comment section with the raccoons thing. But this the same dude. Like let's check it out. But this the same dude that went over there to help the Mexican beat the black dude. But you don't hear calling a bunch of black folks coons. Cause we can't. There's nothing we could take away from the fight we just saw. You bitch ass nigga. Shit's crazy, bro. I don't know who that was. I don't know who this. So some random guy, man. He's mad. Infinite Warfare. That's his name. I don't know who this dude is, man. There's nothing we could take away from the fight. Boots did what he was supposed to do. I was hoping for at least 4 rounds. That way we can kind of see if he got better at anything or anything like that. But he ran through this guy. Lima was a bum, a super bum. You said Boots didn't call anyone out. Eddie did all his talking. See? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just go ahead and get Bakaram next. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show on the road, man. Yeah, I was hoping for Lima just to put up Lima to put up a better fight. Lima didn't have no punch resistance. He didn't have nothing, but he was a dude with only 14 fights, man. So we should have known better. And then if I'd have known that he fought two opponents that had like 60 some losses, this dude was pretty much fucking amateur. He was pretty much an amateur. You know what I'm saying? Still learning on the job. Like he was one of those pros that was learning on the fucking job still and shit. And Eddie just kind of put him in position and shit. Gave him a little bag for Boots to beat up on real quick. showcase fight, debut fight. We want Boots to look good tonight. We can't have no fight night like Karen fight. You know what I'm saying? So nah, we gonna put him in there with this dude, sell him up, hype him up. Eddie go do the talking. Boots go up in there and crush this dude, and then we gonna move on to the next one. And hopefully the next one is a real opponent because boxing fans gonna be on Boots bumper. Dude mad at us in this chat. Wait till he see what the boxing public saying outside of the dojo. Why he in his feelings and shit. Wait till he see what the boxing public is saying. I'm just curious to see who he fights next. Because Lima didn't do nothing. You said Karen ran through his opponent tonight. Boots don't. Karen needs to fight Boots again. They need to fight again. Karen's the only guy that gave Boots a real challenge, man. Karen is a stud though. You said you just got the zone today. You cancel your subscription. Eddie Hearn knows how to sell some shit, bro. You know they had the whole event set up. You know what I'm saying? The whole event was set up. You said Boots called or out Ortiz. Ortiz and it was not gonna take that fight, bro. Oscar and them want the fight, but Virgil's management do not want Virgil anywhere near Boots at all. They do not want him in the ring with him at all. You best believe that. You said Boots gonna fight Baru next. You said the whole top row looked empty. Y'all smash that like button, man. John Boots Ennis stopped Uisma in like what was about like 90 seconds? It was like a 90-second knockout, basically. Dude didn't last 90 seconds. Gone in 60 seconds and shit. The national anthem was longer than the fight. We actually had a national anthem tonight for this. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn put some money up for that tonight. He for sure did. You said he was elevated to WBA 4 champ. Who? Boots? You said he got 3 million for that. Who did? Now Uisma he's terrible, bro. Yeah, it's pretty much over for him too. Lima, we will probably never see him again. You know what I'm saying? We'll never see him again. Just like Custio Clayton, we ain't gonna never see him again. So I'm saying I'm tired of Boots fighting these type of dudes. These older guys who really don't got that many fights, who really ain't fought nobody, who's been really inactive. He's getting there and beating the shit out of him. And then, this is the second Custio Clayton. That's that caliber of guy. Like I'm sick of him fighting these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Dudes, boxing fans or the hardcore Boots fans can't get mad. I like Jaron Ennis, but I want to see him fight somebody for real, for real. I can't call him the boogeyman no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't call this kid the boogeyman. The dojo members really coming for him. The boxing puppet coming for him. I'm actually really nice. I need to see him fight somebody though. Bakaram or somebody. Because it's like every time somebody's want to fight him, it just don't happen. Like it just don't happen. So we go see. We go see what happens at 54. Boost should be just sitting back waiting for the winner of the the Ortiz Lubin fight. You said Eddie moving him like he did AJ. We go see. We go see if Virgil fight takes the fight though. You said Boost is still a duck. Yeah, I don't think Virgil and them gonna take the fight, but we go see. He had 36 fights. Holy shit! I didn't realize Boost had that many fights. I think Bakaram would be a better fight. He had more fights. I mean, he's just a better, stronger fighter. Lima never fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? He just never fought nobody. Like nobody. Like he didn't fight nobody else in the weight class prior to Boots. Yeah, Boots got a lot of fights, bro. He got 36 fights. I didn't realize he had that many fights already. He got almost 40 fights, bro. 40 fucking fights, bro. This was a terrible mismatch. Eddie Hearn need his ass whooped. There's no way this opponent should have been in there with him at all. The only way a fighter with 14 fights, I'm not. What is his amateur background? I don't even. Based off what I see, it don't look like he had one. But I'm just saying, not knowing whether he really had one or not. Like you don't put those type of guys in there with these type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? If a fighter has like 14, 15, 10 fights or something, that means he was a really high level amateur guy. You know what I'm saying? And he's fighting at this type of stage. This dude had no business being in that ring with Ennis at all whatsoever. He was just an in shape dude. I'm telling you, Eddie Hearn knows how to find him. He's been doing it for years for all his fighters. Just fighting these guys from Angola, Portugal, Porto. I don't know where you find these guys, Eddie. Yeah, Mijimov had like 300 amateur fights, man. He was like a triple G and shit, bro. Like I said, when they had them like low number fights, usually they a high level amateur guy, man. Or Olympic level guy and shit. This dude was literally a club fighter. He was literally a dude who you'll see in your local circuit who's still trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? Who may be a little older, who may have had some setbacks in life, right? But still out here. That's what Lima was. He just got an opportunity and shit. That IBO belt don't mean nothing, bro. You fought two, like, nah, man. So nah, this fight didn't do nothing for us tonight. It didn't do nothing.
They didn't do nothing for us tonight. So this you gonna see what the reaction from the boxing public saying once we leave the dojo tonight. It's not gonna necessarily be great, but Boozy did what he was supposed to do and what we expected him to do. But Uisma Lima, I don't want to see him again. I should have put Kukachan on the undercard or something. I'd rather see that guy again. You said Lima's the IBO champion. Man, a champion? That? Nah, man. Yeah, Boost was really hyping. You know, the whole thing was kind of like over exaggerated to me. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. Like they made this thing a huge deal. The long intro, the national anthem, just the whole thing. Eddie Hearn knows how to put on a show for sure, but Jesus, man, it wasn't that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like this wasn't no like Canelo Crawford fight or no shit like that. Like this wasn't no this wasn't no none of that. Like this should have been like that shit took too long. But that shit was longer than the actual fight. So when Rashidi Ellis pulled back and said, "You know what? I'll take the fight," they should have took that opponent. That would have been a better opponent than this dude for sure. This is ridiculous. You said he should fight Keith Thurman. I think that'll be a good fight. But Keith about to get the Keith trying to get the belts from the Fundora, man. That's a real challenge. That's a real challenge right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman's fighting a real. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman's moving up and waiting, fighting the Tower of Inferno, bro. Boots Ennis moved up to fight Uisma Lima. Out of everybody that's moving up right now, doing shit, I mean, come on, man. These dudes getting mad, but I'm just speaking facts. Out of everybody that's moving up doing shit, what was this, Eddie? Like if I was talking to Eddie Hearn is a really cool guy. I'll ask him, like, bro, what was this? And he would have explained to me, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a really good salesman. He would have explained to me why Lima deserved to be here, but I would have told him why he didn't deserve to be here. I would have told him, and he would have been stumped. Who you said Keith Thurman got black eyes? Well, we see fighters with black eyes. You said Keith Thurman had two black. What? Keith Thurman had two black eyes. Wow. They probably would have probably another one of those PVC tricks. Well, we just gonna say Fundora hurt his hand, but in reality, Keith Thurman is getting his ass kicked in. He's not really ready for this thing yet. So we gonna stretch it out, postpone it a little bit. Telling you, man. You said Keith Thurman had two black eyes. Oh, that ain't a good sign, y'all. That means he's getting his ass kicked. That means he's getting hit. You know what I'm saying? That means he's getting hit a lot in sparring. Yeah, we see hard sparring all the time, man. But you hardly ever seen Floyd Mayweather with sparring bruises. You hardly seen Bud with sparring bruises. You hardly seen Shakur with sparring bruises. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I know shit happens and shit. But Keith Thurman, if he got two black, I mean, one black eye is one thing. You might got a headbutt or something. You got two black eyes, bro. Yeah, you've been getting your ass kicked, man. You've been getting beat up a little bit, dog. It's cool. Sometimes you get your ass kicked in camp. But damn, Keith, I didn't know that. That's what the chat said. He got two black eyes, not just one. Oh shit, man. That's not good, man. Damn, Keith. Look, DB says his eyes weren't black. See, I didn't see the video. Oh shit. Yeah, I fucks with Keith, man. That sucks. That's not a good sign though. You know what I'm saying? Two black eyes? That means you getting your ass beat, man. You said Boots called out Jamel? Yeah, Jamel need to fight Boots. That'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight for sure. We need to see Ennis in there with somebody, man. That's all. We just need to see Jaron Ennis actually in there with somebody. You know, we just like Lima just was another nobody. He was just another nobody. And Eddie did a good job of, kind of selling it. You said Keith had small contusions around his eyes. Yeah, Boots didn't do nothing, but he should just be looking forward to the next one. His sparring sessions was strong, tougher than this. You know what I'm saying? You best believe his sparring sessions was tougher than this. Yeah, I picked Thurman over Fundora too, but now I'm second guessing now, man. Oh, you said Keith sparring Michael Fox. Oh yeah, he's a big long guy. That means Keith might struggle with Fundora, bro. Yeah, Mel versus Boots would be a great fight. Mel versus Boots would be really good. Really good. I'm just looking forward to seeing Boots fight somebody else, man. He looks really good. Jordan Ennis is really talented. He looks really exciting. He's still really exciting and everything. But we need to see him in there with somebody with a post. That's my only beef. I need to see him in there with somebody. This did nothing for me. This did nothing for Boots. Y'all smash that like button for your boy, man. You said Zaquan Moses should have been more active. What happened with Zaquan? I must have missed something. You said you don't think nobody at 54 or 60 can beat Boots? It's tough to say, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, maybe not. It's hard for me to say. He definitely still looked really strong, explosive. He looked fast. He looked fresher. Um, but it was so early. It ended so quick. It's like fuck, man. Dude didn't even break a sweat. He literally didn't even break a sweat. So it's hard to say, man. This was a terrible opponent. That's all I can say. This was super terrible. And Eddie should be getting bombarded with questions from the boxing journalist guys. Eddie, what was that? Don't fight no more of these dudes ever again. You said Moses was mid tonight? Oh shit. You said this hurt Boost rep even more. That's what it seemed like. That's what it seemed like, bro. I haven't seen what the public is saying yet because I have right on here, but I would imagine that, the boxing fans' tone didn't change. It's actually probably even worse. But yeah, you guys, Jaron Boots Ennis, man, crushes Uisma Lima, Uisma, not Uisma, Uisma Lima in the first round. I mean, the dude just, I mean, holy smokes, man. Eddie Hearn need to give me a bag and let me fight some of these dudes. I'm gonna go find me somebody that got that just yeah. Because that seems to be the new wave. I mean, shit. This dude was terrible, bro. I don't think this helped John Bruce Ennis in any kind of way. The only thing it did was gave people in Philadelphia something to do tonight. Reason to get out. But other than that, it didn't do nothing for nobody. Um, Maybe the fighters feel different, but I don't know. We go see. We go see what some of the fighters think. I think Bakaram will still be interested. Some of the more proven guys at the weight class still be more interested. But we gonna see if Virgil Ortiz and his team is still interested. But yeah, salute to everybody in the building, man. Much love to all you guys for stopping in. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.